Hi, Dr. Tam here. Today I want to talk to you about anterior head carriage. Yes, you see people walking around and their heads just forward, shoulders around it. How did that happen to begin with? And should you work those muscles out, those really tight muscles? Should you work it out? Here's the thing. Simple answer, quick answer that I'm going to give you. No, if you don't feel like watching through the whole video, you probably should not be getting massages here when your head is really far forward and it becomes really tight. And I'm going to explain to you why that is. Unless if you're doing it with chiropractic adjustments, you don't want to just get a massage on its own. And here's why. Now, why does our head go forward to begin with? Here's what you have to know. When I look at x-rays, and here's a picture of an x-ray here, every inch that your head goes further forward, your head doubles in weight. So naturally, your head's about 10 pounds, okay? But if your ear is supposed to line up with your shoulder, and if your ears aren't lining up with your shoulder, for every inch your head goes forward, that's another 10 pounds. At 1 inch is 10 pounds, 2 inches is about 20, 3 inches is about 30 pounds. So now what happens is, because your head comes far forward, these muscles have to do everything it can to hold and keep your brain upright, so it's gonna tighten up. And what you're gonna feel is all through the shoulders and the mid and upper back, shoulders are pulling, those muscles are pulling back to make sure your head doesn't go like this, right? So how does that even happen to begin with? Well, it's usually due to accidents and injuries. Sometimes we think that car accidents don't do that much if we just got bumped in the back. Well, I gotta tell you, at slow as 6 miles an hour, studies have shown that it can cause whiplash. Maybe it's because of snowboarding, or you went skiing, you've fallen off a bike, and you've done this, you've done that. Who knows what it could be? Things happen to you in life, but overall, as you start to see in the mirror, and here's what you gotta do. Look at yourself in the mirror. If you're standing upright, fantastic. But if you feel like your shoulders are forward and you can't stand up straight, or when you're standing up straight and your shoulders are back, you're starting to feel like, wow, there's a pain over here. I can't stand up straight naturally. That means you have a problem. Okay, there's a problem in there and you haven't maybe felt the pain from it yet, or maybe later on, or you feel it right now, it's going to become painful later on down the line. So as your shoulders are rounding forward, we start to do this, right? As we start to do this, you start to lose your neck curve, your ears are no longer lining up with the rest of your shoulders, everything's not working the same way. And what happens is you'll start to notice the muscles tightening up. Well, without a chiropractic adjustment, chiropractor looking at how your x-rays are and whether or not it needs to be here, is it misaligned one way or another, you decide, you know what? Let me go get a massage. And when you go get a massage, what happens is you're gonna work out all these kinks right here. And when you work out all these kinks without getting the proper spinal alignment, these kinks now are nice and loose. You feel like goo when you walk out. Wow, I feel like jelly. I feel like I'm just all loose. Yes, you're all loose, but that night you go to sleep, the next day you go to work, and instead of those muscles grabbing you and keeping your head and back upright, your head falls further forward because those muscles, you've just forced those muscles to not work like the way they were supposed to made to work. Okay, and the reason why they're tight is because your brain senses your head's going forward, alignment is not right. It's going to tell those muscles to grab and hold you back. So before you get a massage, I'm not saying massages are bad, it's just that that's a patch up to a problem that is a bigger problem than just tight muscles. All right, before you do that, go ahead and come into our office or the nearest chiropractic office who can take you through an exam, who will take x-rays, and let's find out what's really happening on the inside, all right? Figure out what the alignment is like. Are you out of alignment this way, that way, forward, backward? And then from there on, once you start getting your spine corrected, now it's time to start getting massages. And your chiropractor, or when you come into our office, I'll tell you when is it a good time to get a massage, when is it like, oh, let's hold off for a while before you can get one and not have it affect you in a negative way. All right, hope this helps. I'll talk to you soon.